Look at a dog when it sits on the ground in the sun, just going, its tail wagging. That's the attitude you want to have. Smack him in the face. That's what you want to be like. Just totally loose. And then you're going to smash him in the face. Just, whoa, it's a lovely, it's guided by his arm. You're just going to take his head off. Bang, straight in there. But look what it does to his head. That's what I'm aiming at. Just aim at his face. You don't have to hit anything specific. Let's see where it positions his head. It's slightly tilted back, turned to the side. I'm just going to, oh, sorry. I've been doing that a lot to Lee lately. We're in Norway and I went, yeah, this point just on the back of the head. Boom, and just cupped him here and he just went, oh, hang on. So, yeah, that just comes straight through, and a split second later, that's going to come straight through. So you're hitting down into triple heater 17, just in behind, just below the little, there's a little hollow there just under the ear. Just a fraction below that on the tip of the jaw is triple heater 17. And because of the motion of the body, the back fist, see, because of the action of the wrist, it's going to be hitting down like that, whereas the other one was hitting sideways. This loose action, so it hits down. So, boom! You're going to break his jaw's going to come off over here, and you're going to kill him because of the point striking. You shut down the central nervous system, the body stops functioning, and his jaw's broken. Rather than just pushing him like that, I'm not using my backbone or anything, I'm just using this, but still getting a nice squeeze. Open the elbows, and close the elbows. If I then put this behind it, I'm going to get the shock as well as some actual power going into it. And then obviously do that from here, it's going to do a lot of damage. So glad you did. But just try to get that coil in off that second one. That part there. See, that really fires out, but it naturally coils back to this position. You shouldn't feel... what Lars just brought up a very interesting point. He'd only ever been taught, make sure the weight never goes in the right foot, which is correct, but I shouldn't, because when you're being taught as a beginner, I would say that myself. Don't put the weight in the right leg before taking the step. However, watch what happens if I just pick my left foot off the ground. Watch what happens to my body. So I fall that way. It doesn't matter how much perfectly centered I am here. If I take my center of gravity away, as soon as I pick this foot up, I feel pressure in my right heel. There's pressure straight away, but I'm going to fall. But as I pick the foot up, because I'm not picking it up from here, because I'm picking it up from that little tilting position, now it's going to create that forward motion, and to help that even further, you twist the hip. So from that position, for a beginner, I just wouldn't say anything about it. I'd just say keep your weight in your left leg and just plonk forward. I wouldn't tell them anything about this receiving from the, pushing off the right heel or anything like that. It's too confusing for a beginner. But what Lars was finding was he thought it was wrong. He was trying to go like, and not feel any pressure in that heel, because he'd been told originally, the leg, like, when I do this.
Can you take off your shirt?
Yeah.
Warming up for tonight.
Come on, girls, get him to drop his pants as well.
Don't waste that, we've got pizza tonight.
Okay. So, if I were doing, this is how, I'll just show you, shall I? If I were doing like brush knee twist step, for instance. And what I feel last night when we did the form, super soft. I finished that form and I wanted to give someone a hug. I was just feeling like, just, loving and caring attitude because of the way we did the form. If you did the form in a more martial way, you want to go out and do some push hands kind of thing. You're a bit more feisty kind of thing. So, and that's to do with what this area is doing in your form. The way I was doing my form the other night, relaxed. Belly sticks out. So there's a brush knee twist step. Doing my Qigong. That's what my belly would look like a gorilla. If your muscles are loose, when I see someone walking around like this, it's like, dude, loosen up, you know? Just, you know, I've got a flat stomach. I'm not, you know, I'm not fat, but, you know, same with Lee. He's got a lot good, solid abs, but his belly sticks out because the abs are loose. When they're not, it's like what you were saying about your bicep before. You're looking at my bicep going, oh, it's all floppy.
Yeah.
But yours was a little, just
even when
a little bit.
Even when it relaxes.
When it's relaxed.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, you're doing all these crunches all the time or something. These guys are walking around showing off their six packs, but that is actually to relax. That's as much as they can relax. But if your body's totally relaxed, your belly should stick out. Now, how they're supposed to be done, I'm simulating everything that happens when I do.
You remember the film Alien?
Yeah.
That. Normal snap punch involves a waist turn plus an opening and a closing. And also normally if I do a snap punch, I won't just do it like on the spot there. I'll usually have some kind of this notion in that I'm evading like that movement. That in that form you actually evade to the side. The more of this type of movement you have, the further the compression will go to the side of your body, undulating through the muscles. So when I hop on that part of the movement, when I throw it out, it's over here. I don't know if you can see that, but I don't know if you can physically see that, but what I'm feeling is just do that a few times, and on the other side, and just work your way through those. You really feel like you know, like even now, I just feel like I've done a bit of ab workout, you know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so it is really nice. Like that. But that's not going to hurt anything here. If I were hitting him in the chest, no, it'd have to be more like a goat kind of thing. That's what you'd want to be doing. I'd probably hit him with my elbow or something, or punch him in the back of the ear or something like that. But as I say, from here, if I can get that nice little jab in there. Second one, bang. What we're going to do here is as he comes through, like that. See, I cram him up a little bit. So I'm going to bring a hinge from that movement there. See, this just hinges across. Just follows that arm. So as it's coming into my face, just follows it past. But the back fist is coming through at the same time almost, and I'm doing the same thing as I did to the last back fist, just hitting it on the forearm, like that. So I can either do that, depending on, you can do it